evil. Himitsu Sentai. Go Ninja.
Go, go, Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers! Mighty Morphin Power Rangers!
Chapter 26, Living Through Volt's Game. Author's note. Originally, Mara and Capri were supposed to be killed in this chapter, but figuring out that it'd be too hateful to do it, they were removed for good. In the last chapter, the United Alliance of Evil was now sponsoring a game show. The forces of darkness are throwing in their money, and the alienators were full of money. In the Sentai year 2011, at the United Alliance of Evil headquarters, Radiguet and Umbrella were impressed by the money pouring in. At this rate, we can put people under our control. The game show will convince more to invest in our cause and cause people to know we're not kidding, said Umbrella. Very well done, Umbrella, said Radiguet. You do have powerful connections, don't you? Maybe I should revive some of your friends sometime. That would be great too, Radiguet-sama, said Umbrella. Oh, look, the money's pouring in. In no time, we will be able to seize control of the economy of Europe. We shouldn't move to destroy all the nations immediately. That's sound advice because I would like to extend the agony of people. Oh, the foolishness of people, said Radiguet. I love to take advantage of their stupidity. Maybe I should create a Pakijino-based Biogigan then. Maybe sometime in the future, said Umbrella. A series of riddles were given to them. Yosuke Shina was displaying his lack of ability in answering riddles by getting a lot of wrong answers. What is yellow outside and white inside? Said Satorakura. School bus full of bunnies, said Yosuke Shina rather rashly. How crazy can Yosuke get, said Nami. Wrong answer. Time for another electric shock. Do the honor, will you, Lethal Zuno? Said Lothor. Yes, indeed, game show host, said Letha Zuno. The monster Lethal Zuno fired his deadly energy at Yosuke Shina, but not deadly enough to kill him since they wanted to torture their contestants slowly. Nami was worried Yosuke Shina may end up dead soon, and their booth could explode because they were at the losing streak. A twinkle, said Tori. Correct answer! Looks like now I'm seeing who could figure out difficult riddles would make the perfect brain for me, said Grand Professor B.S. Now for the next riddle. Why is 6 afraid of 7s? Said Satorakura. Because 7 is stronger, said Kohata. Wrong answer, said Lothor. Megumi Miyasuki answered, because 7, 8, 9. That is a very easy question. Again, that's correct, said Lothor. What's black and white and red all over? A newspaper, said Tori. Again, that's correct. What a girl Tori is, said Yosuke Shina, admiring her. He took note of her name as it was announced in the game show. However, he was sweating, seeing that he and his team could end up dead despite their high resistance to injury. The girl is answering questions so well. Looks like the plan to create a brainwave attack will soon work, said Mazenda. Grand Professor B.S. began rolling for more riddles. This isn't great, said Yosuke Shina, who feared for his life. He had been badly electrocuted for his poor ability to answer riddles, but Nami was always showing her intellect to keep the group safe. The money was still rolling regardless of the results as there were some electric shocks that happened previously. Volt was trying to see who gets laid off and who can develop an IQ of 1,000 plus for Grand Professor B.S. and in extension Tau Zanto to use. When all the answers are done, they will be automatically zombified. The losers will die. Meanwhile, the other Maskmen were gathered together, still shocked at what they saw on TV. I can't believe this is happening to our friends, said Kenta. Tommy appeared wearing a classic white suit and cap like Bamba used to. Ah! Good day, sir. I am Tommy, and I do have something important to tell you. Ah, you must be Kenta, Akira, and Haruka, said Tommy. What the? How did this stranger know us all? Said Haruka in shock. I'm just in luck that you three are all together now. I can help you find your friends, said Tommy. I don't trust you a bit, said Akira, who tried to do an attack. Tommy revealed himself with a charming smile and witty attack. As they call me, Big One, said Tommy, as he imitated He held his baton to soon take them to the exact location using the search guard time train at his command. He was told the coordinates of the new skybase from Cassie and Carone, who figured out the coordinates. This is crazy. Are you some kind of alien? Said Haruka. Yep, I'm not from this world. Right now, I'll take you to save your friends. There's no time to waste. It's now or never, said Tommy. I guess we don't have a choice, said Kenta. Back at the game show, the money was pouring in gradually for the United Lands of Evil. They were now making 5 trillion pounds. The money was pouring in from the alienators in the future and for the past. At least 6 million pounds came in pouring from other evil scientists who were involved. Takuru, I'm just getting scared at all these. Looks like everybody loses in the end, said Momoko. Just hang on, Momoko. I could care less about your bad cooking and all. Why does that matter right now? All I care now is that we put an end to their evil plots and all, said Takuru. I just hope we can live through this, said Shane. I'm just worried about what will happen to the Hurricanes team. Although they're resisting the electric shocks, but not even them are that great. That guy in red is really too careless, said Tori. Now it's time to answer another riddle. What's red, white, and blue with stars, said Satorakura. That would be fireworks, said Takuru. Wrong, said Satorakura, who fired a bolt at Takuru. That would be the American flag, said Yosuke Shina. Correct, said Satorakura, surprised as Yosuke was screwing up his team nearly to their deaths. I guess Yosuke's not so dumb after all. If he were, the Hurricanes would never have been led by him to victory. Well, why am I thinking such bad things, said Nami. The Hurricanes were trying to figure out how they can escape and assist the hostages who were forced to watch against their will. The telethon was pouring in so much money already. Just then there was an unexpected power failure in the studio. Tommy and the other Maskmen disguised as electric repairmen. Wait a minute, I don't recall calling for service, said Grand Professor Bias. Me too, said Dr. Kemp. Akira, Haruka, and Kenta removed their disguise to switch their ranger forms to blast out the heroes from their booths. Tommy revealed himself in his Bamba so cheeky like Dolphin. Pah! This is treachery, said Sargain, drawing a sword. Well, as if I never knew about your elaborate plan, said Tommy, who pressed the switch, revealing he had caused the power shortage in the first place. The contestants were freed at last. I guess it's time to kick some butt, said Takuru Momoko, who turned into Red Mask and Pink Mask. The Livemen did their morphing sequences too, and fought with Volt's agents. The Maskmen also fought against the Magarampa soldiers in the studio. Sargain decided to settle his battle with Red Falcon. It's now or never, said Sargain. Then let's fight, said Red Falcon, drawing his falcon saber. It was indeed an awesome fight, with the two doing a one-on-one battle. Both swords clashed, and they did some actions like Red Falcon fighting against Gardenoid Gash in their final episode. Red Falcon executed the Falcon Slash, defeating but not killing Sargain. You're a worthy opponent, said Sargain, before being forced to retreat. The agents of Volt were misled somewhere, and the hostages were able to go free. Meanwhile, the Hurricanes started helping out the hostages. The Wind Rangers, or formerly them, were there. Tommy was helping the hostages freed from the studio. Tao Zanto, together with Lothor, came in. Looks like it's time to show them what we can do, said Yosuke Shina. He called for Nami and Kota to become the Hurricaners. Cool. Too bad we don't have our powers here, said Shane. I think that Red Ranger is kind of charming, said Tori, as she felt it was heroic of him to beat more evil versions of villains they fought. She, Shane, and Dustin showed their natural fighting abilities to show they were still Power Rangers in spirit. Cam showed up just in the nick of time. He was the cause of the power failure. Unbeknownst to them, he had secretly collaborated with Tommy behind the scenes, and he was now a surprise member. Well, Uncle, I did manage to regain my powers. You'll pay for putting the innocent lives in danger and for anybody you killed today, said Cam, who transformed into Samurai Ranger and joined the fray. Well, you're better off somewhere else, said Lothor. Nephew, you're going to die this time. Then don't call me that anymore, said Samurai Ranger. A heavy fight ensued. Tao Zanto and Lothor both joined forces with Satorakura, Wendiwu, and Fubiaju. The Hurricaners did some elemental attacks to drive them off and combined their weapons into the sonic gadget. Tao Zanto, not willing to accept defeat, decided to fire at Tori as desperate act. No, said Hurricane Red, who blocked out the blast from Lothor. Lothor retreated, weakened. Hurricane Red blocked the blast from Lothor, reverting him back to Yosuke Shina. He fell on Tori, landing with an intimate position. Oh, sorry about that, said Yosuke Shina. Apology accepted, said Tori. Thanks. Oh, don't mention it, said Yosuke Shina. Now, back to the Livemen. Thanks for saving our lives, Maskman, said Red Falcon. That's no problem. The mysterious guy in white led us to you in that mysterious vehicle, said Black Mask. No time for that right now. We've got a fight to finish, said Red Mask. Very well then, if you insist, said Grand Professor Bias. Zimmers, destroy them, said Kemp and Mazenda simultaneously. The Zimmers finally appeared. Grand Professor Bias called for a retreat with his two companions. Looks like we've got one battle to go for, said Red Falcon. I'm with you for that, said Red Mask. The Zimmers were being knocked down by a collaborative effort of the Maskmen and the Livemen. The heroes from the future were still rescuing the hostages. Both Red Mask and Red Falcon were cutting the foot soldiers like crazy. "I've never had so much fun in my life," said Red Mask. "Me too," said Red Falcon. Black Bison and Black Mask were using their rods as well. "We still have the monster to worry about," said Black Bison. Lethal Zuno finally appeared to drive them into insanity. They had to think of their collaborative effort to win the battle. "I think you Maskmen should handle this first to give you the edge to defeat it," said Red Falcon. "Well, let's try to do so," said Red Mask. "No, I suggest we do whatever we can," said Black Mask. "Good idea, we must find its weakness first," said Pink Mask. Pink Mask tried her Masky Whip, but to no avail. Yellow Mask did her Masky Rotor, but it also failed. Blue Dolphin's arrows just bounced off. Lethal Zuno was literally a clone of the deceased Emperor Zeba. Green Rhino and Black Bison decided to do a ram attack to help the Maskman, but it also failed. "Wow, what a monster," said Yellow Lion, who was firing his bazooka. "I think we need to combine our powers," said Red Falcon. Red Falcon drew his Falcon Saber, and Red Mask drew his Masky Blade, each one doing their crash attack simultaneously at the monster. The monster is weakened by a combined attack, with each one doing on the opposite sides. Red Falcon was on the left, Red Mask was on the right. "Hey, it's worked! Now, what if we combine the powers of our bazooka?" said Red Mask. "It may be our only chance to beat this monster," said Red Falcon.